Very much. That's primaries, witness indirect primaries, and witness consensorship primaries. And someone who had the privilege of being a member of various political parties. And of course, it was almost unanimous that the issue of primaries should be the responsibility of political parties. That is why in our various political parties' constitution, it has been enshrined that issues of primaries rest with political parties. And I tell you, if a party is buoyant enough and decide to do direct primaries, fine and good. If you have the machinery and the capacity and the funding requirement to do it, you can go ahead and do it depending on what your leadership decides. But if not, you can still go to indirect primaries, which of course is the same as direct primaries, because for all the political parties, indirect primaries will require people to go and be elected at their various wards as delegates of representing their ward. So this one, the election of the 3 delegates requires the entire people of that community to elect them. And then an electoral college is constituted to elect or nominate someone who represents that political party. So to a large extent is almost the same thing. But I think that consensorship remains the best attitude of politicians if they can come together and agree that this is the person that we want him or her to represent us. So it solves the problem of acrimony, of rancor, unnecessary spending of money, and so on. So I commend the President for listening to us, because you will recall that I was one of the first people that advised Mr. President to withhold his assent and appeal to National Assembly to reconsider that clause. And many goodwill Nigerians, including organizations that Mr. President sent for advice from them, has also accepted and saying this. So it is commendable. And I want to appeal to the National Assembly to want to appeal to them and plead with them to accept those reasons that Mr. President advanced. I think it will go a long way in deepening democracy instead of just tying political parties into one corner and not giving opportunity for smaller political parties to also participate in the system and do it. So I want to commend Mr. President on this. And to further appeal to Mr. President that in the same manner he has listened to Nigerians and sought advice from Nigerians, and he has succeeded in coming out with a recommendation to the National Assembly. Let him do same on the economy of this country. Let him also do same on the insecurity of this country. Let him listen to the larger Nigerians, their thoughts, their feelings, their views, with the aim of coming out with a common position that will be accepted and can help the security architecture of our country and our economy. Because without security, there can be no economic development or improvement. And so I know there are many experienced Nigerians with the capacity, with the views, with the knowledge to help put forward. But until an enabling environment is provided in the same manner that Mr. President did on this Electoral Act, by asking for views, it will go a long way in helping. This country belongs to all of us, and we must team up together to work to achieve results that will help make things better. I will continue to commend Mr. President and the federal government and the National Assembly and anyone in this country with patriotic views about how we can make things work for this country. But where I feel in my own view that things are going wrong, I will not also keep quiet. I will continue to talk on the ease, on the injustice, on the unfairness and inequity that is going on. I will not keep my lips shut. The only thing that will make me keep silent is when we are able to get it right or justify why we are doing those wrong things. And people should not say anything about it. So I appreciate all of you. I want to thank you very much.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.